see me? Welcome back, y'all.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the episode. You guys can see behind me we have the boat in the picture this time, and behind that is the trailer. If y'all have not seen part one, me and Zach have restored this whole entire trailer. We actually have that plastic on top of it so no overspray gets on it, but that's out the way now, and now our main concern is the boat. If y'all watched part one, you guys know what we did to that trailer, and we're gonna do the same exact thing to this John boat. I'm going full out, decking this thing out. We have a lot more supplies and materials that I ordered off Amazon. That is, some of it's here. Actually, I'm waiting on two more things. It should be here by Sunday. This is gonna take us probably a 3-day job. In part one, I had Zach with me in it. In part two, he is back.
What's going on, guys?
We have a lot of work to do, y'all. Let's just cut to the chase. We have to strip this whole entire boat. Sand it, we just have a lot to do. So let's just jump into the first thing. You ready to do this?
Get it.
So like I did for the trailer, I'm gonna walk you guys around the boat just so you can see a couple things. And I actually did a couple steps already all filmed just because it's gonna take a long time. It was just a long process, y'all. Just like the trailer, it's in great shape. The trailer was working fine, the boat works fine. I just wanna deck this thing out. So let's do a walk around. This is the boat right here, y'all. You guys can see all that little tan stuff in the boat. There's actually glue that whoever had it before me tried to lay carpet down and we just can't rip it up. We're just gonna leave it, we're gonna stand back over it. And if y'all see all these little dark spots right here, it's all over the boat, a lot right there, all around the cubbies too, and even a little up here. So if y'all don't know, this boat is actually made out of fiberglass. And there was just a couple little chips and dings. This boat's kind of old, so there's a lot of little chips and cracks in the boat. So after reviewing over that, before I even started ordering stuff, I ordered this right here. What this is, it's two mixtures that pretty much patches up fiberglass. And I wanted to do that just so the cracks, over time, if they kept on getting worse, I can just go ahead and patch those up. So those are the spots you see around the whole entire boat, and that's what's gonna take a long time because it takes a while for this stuff to dry, and before that can even dry, I can't sand it. If I can't sand, I can't make everything level. So that's what took us a long time. That's why y'all did not see that on film. So that mixture, it needs at least 24 hours to dry. It feels kind of hard up top right now, but if we sand down a little bit further, it's going to be back wet, and we do not want to do that. So that's going to have to take place tomorrow. We have to let this dry overnight. But the one thing we can do right now is actually sand the outside of the boat, get our first coat of paint on it tonight, and then before we do all that, we have to strip the whole entire boat from trolling motor to all my little fishing pole racks. We have the supplies laid out that we're gonna need to do all of that. And like I said in part one, I'm not gonna tell you guys everything that I ordered, what I'm gonna do new. As we go further into the video, I'm gonna show you guys little by little what we have to add on and all the new stuff. So let's get to work. So first things first is the trolling motor. It's just 2 screws, 2 bolts. So let's get to it. Figured I'd mention this to y'all too, to get the boat up a little bit off the ground so we can spray paint underneath a little bit. Y'all can see we have 1 tire there and 1 back here. It was the best thing to do to not put a lot of weight and stress on the boat, so that's what we hooked up. So what we have left to do, y'all, is little tie-offs and the fishing pole holders. We have 4 of these and I think 8 fishing pole holders. We have all 4 of those off. Now it's these. Alright guys, the boat's pretty much stripped now. What's left is the seats. Alright y'all, we forgot 1 step, the fishing pole racks. Everything is stripped off. Alright guys, next step we have to do for this boat is tape it up. You can see right here, Zach's already doing a little bit of it. What we're trying to prevent, y'all, is the bumper, this little metal strip right here, from getting paint on it. And if we try to take it off, the odds of us getting it back on is probably not likely, so that's why we're just going to leave it on and just put all the tape over it. That is a lot of tape, but it is done now, y'all. Y'all, quick walk around what's going on. Hinge over there is done. And this whole side. She's looking good. All right, y'all, if you guys can see, we have all the plastic laid down. We're about to get the sand in right now. I'm Using Gator 220 just to run on the whole entire side of it. That's what me and Zach are about to do now. Spray paint, get the first layer on the outside. The inside, like I said, we have that sealant that has to dry, and it's gonna take 24 hours, so tomorrow I'm going to be doing that, and I'll be using some heavier grid. But for right now, we're going to do the side of the boat, hit it with some sandpaper, get it nice and smooth.
Let's get to it.
Enjoy the time lapse. Alright y'all, me and Zach are putting in work. All the sanding is done, the tape's on. Now the next step is to paint. Like I explained to you guys, inside the boat, that's where there's a lot more cracks and just stuff that needs to be sealed up. So that's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to have to sand all through here. You guys just see all these little cracks right here. All the darker paint and spots, you kind of see that's what's Stu drawing, especially with that right there. So I got Zach on the camera, y'all, so I just want to show you guys what we're going to be painting. We're going to be painting pretty much underneath the boat a little bit, all the way around the sides of the boat. Zach, follow me up here. We're going to do all the way up on the deck too. And then what's left is the cub. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this too right here. We have this taped off, so we're gonna spray right here too. We're pretty much gonna spray paint all the way down to the lip right here. And everything else I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna have to go back through, sand everything back down inside the boat, and then I'll be able to paint these two little cubbies right here, the sides of the boat all the way, and then the back. So you guys get the point. I'm gonna show you guys the spray paint we're gonna be using, the wrap we're gonna be doing for this boat. So let's get to it. Alright y'all, so like I said in part one, we're using semi-exact spray paint. This stuff is great. I don't know what it is, and you ever want to try it out, go do if you're going to do stuff like this. We did black for the whole entire trailer. We're going to start off doing tan first. If you guys get what I'm doing with this boat, good job. But the ones that don't know yet, I'm going to keep it a surprise because it's going to be good. That's the first step. Means that I'm going to go around with the tan, go all, like I just explained in the last part, we're going to do all those parts. And then tomorrow when we pick this back up, it will just be me. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be doing with the rest of the colors. So let's get to it. Alright guys, it's pretty much done for tonight. Me and Zach put all the paint we could on. Like I said, Zach has some things he has to do tomorrow in the morning, so it's just going to be me down here pretty much doing all the stencil work, sanding down what I need to sand down, and just finishing off the tan. But if y'all can see, the boat's pretty much done with all the paint we can do tonight. I think it looks pretty good, y'all. So the next clip you'll see will be me coming out here in the morning and finishing off what I got to do, and me and Zach will come back later on that day, and then we'll get to all the new attachments that I have ready to put on this boat. So I'll see y'all in the morning. It is early, really early, y'all. Currently 5:24. I did not sleep at all. Zach is cashed. The clips I filmed before this video, I just went right inside and stayed up for the last 6 hours, edited all of that, and as soon as I got done, I'm back out here, ready to keep on going. Alright y'all, where we last left off was the boat is pretty much halfway done painted. The sides of the boat are done. All the way down to this lip right here is pretty much done. Got a good amount knocked out. But what I have to do right now, y'all, is that all this little silicone right here, I need to sand all of this down. Even around the little cubbies too, so I can finish doing the inside of the boat. We're not gonna paint the floor tan. Like I said, as we go on the steps, I'm explaining to you guys what I have ordered and what's gonna happen to this boat. But for right now, I need to finish sanding everything and get the rest of this tan on, because once that tan's done, it's done. I'm done with that color. So let's get to work. I'm gonna hit it with some 80 grit because it is tough. I mean, this stuff is like plastic. Did its job really good, but now we gotta get most of it off to make stuff's great. I've been going at this for about 30 minutes and I haven't even got to the half of the boat. Back to work. Even with the time lapse, this is taking way too long. I've been going at this for probably about an hour and a half. This stuff is so thick. I'm using an 80 grit sandpaper. I mean, it is thick stuff. It's thick, y'all. Because the cracks were kind of bad around these little cubbies, I packed it super thick. Didn't realize how thick and hard it is to get off. But I'm going at it like this for about 10 minutes. It doesn't even move. I'm gonna get back to y'all when this whole boat is done because it's taking way too long. I don't want to bore y'all, so let me get back to work. All right, y'all. After the almost 3 hours I've been doing this, I finally have most of it level. You can see all the spots all the way around. It's looking a lot better. Talking a little bit louder because it's raining above me right now. North Carolina weather. But what's left now, y'all, is pretty much go back through the whole entire boat, I nicked a couple spots leaning up against it. That's why you buy more supplies than what you need, so now I can go back through, spray paint the sides of the boat, the deck a little bit more now, and the other spots that I had to touch up. Let's get to work, y'all. Guys, everything is done. No more tan. I patched up all the spots that I nicked and dinged. So this is the fun part. What's now left is to finish the wrap, and I want to hold it off as long as I can. We'll get more into the video to where you guys are going to start seeing me turn this boat around. So I'm going to announce it right now. I'm doing a camo duck wrap for this boat. So like I said, you guys, I don't think you were around when I was doing my kayak, but my Instagram and Snapchat's always linked in the description, so you guys can go there, follow me on that. You can actually go to my page and see what I did to my kayak. It looked amazing, y'all. I mean, the wrap I'm gonna do really stands out once I start putting the black and the green on. That's the next step right now. So if you guys are wondering how to wrap a boat like this, you have to have a stencil. And that's what's cool about this type of stuff, because I can use any stencil I want. And for what I used for my kayak was this stuff right here. I got enough of it. I went and picked the lob. This is just natural grass. And this is actually the duck camo stencil that I used for my last kayak. And it's pretty good, y'all. So this is really cheap and affordable. You're making something look so good just by going and picking grass off the side of the road. I mean, I just went with the trash bag and we just went and picked all this up. That's the stencil I'm going to be using for the green and the black to make the duck camo. So I'm going to show you guys the steps on what you have to do with that, but that's the wrap. I have a gallon of polyurethane that I'm going to put on the coat after I do all that stencil work. So it's going to make it thick so it doesn't chip off, and it's going to make it shine. It's going to look really good, and then after that, y'all, we're going to start getting to all the attachments that I'm putting on this boat. Y'all haven't even seen any of this video. Like, I haven't even shown y'all anything that I bought new. Y'all stay tuned. Let's jump into this wrap. Alright guys, so you can see I have pretty much the whole entire boat done. I went through with the olive green. The reason why you always try to go light colors first, because you want to make the darker and the bolder colors last. So you want to use the green for a lighter color, because once you go back over with the black, it makes that black pop and it's more defined. So that's what I'm about to do now. I'm going all the way back through it. Same time lapse y'all just watched is what I have to do again. When the boat sits on the trailer, y'all, it actually picks up a little bit, so I'm trying to get underneath it as much as I can, because I don't want it to just be tan on the bottom and it's not touched. I'm even spraying in the cubbies too. Every little angle and corner I'm trying to get at, y'all, because I want this to pop really good. So let's go back through the black. Alright guys, this is the next day. We're back out here at the boat. If y'all saw from the last clip, I ran a time lapse and I spray painted this whole entire thing. The wrap looks beautiful. If y'all guessed what I was going to do with this boat, congratulations. I hope you guys enjoy and like the way it looks now, because I put a lot of hard work into it. Today I have Robert out here with me.
What's up, guys?
And I got Zach over there.
What's up, guys?
They're going to help me do some more steps today. There's honestly not that much left to do. The boat's looking great. I just have a couple more things that I really want to do to it. Haven't gotten into any of the attachments I have ready for this boat, but we're going to get into it soon. But the next step, let's just show you. All right, y'all, so the next step is pretty much doing the inside of the boat, and I actually wanted to bring Robert into the video today because it was his idea to actually do this. If you guys know trucks, sometimes they have that bed liner in the back, and it has a thick grip, so we're thinking when we're in the boat, our boots are gonna be rubbing up and down, so instead of spray painting that, we're risking it just kind of getting ruined. This bed liner right here would do the best job of giving us grip, and we just think black on the floor would look amazing. So we hope we're gonna have enough. We're not really gonna try to shoot for 2 coats. I think we're only going to get 1. I'm gonna let Robert explain a little bit more about the directions you have to use for stuff, because actually it's pretty difficult. There's a lot of instructions what you have to do. We had to heat up the shot to get it to the right. He'll just explain.
So as Peter said at the beginning of the video, This truck bed liner is really good for if you want to get a little extra grip while you're in the boat. As most of you guys know, when you're on the water, you know, sometimes a wave will come up and you get water in the boat. You don't want to be slipping around, especially if you hook on a big fish or anything. You want to be able to have your foot and have your texture. So the directions for this says that we have to have the ambient temperature at 55 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've actually had the heater cranking about 3/4 of the day today. And then you want to have 65% or less relative humidity. It's not very humid in here, so we should be good to go. What we're going to do, we're going to kind of vacuum out real quick, make sure there's no dust. We're going to wipe it down, make sure it's not wet, and then we'll start painting.
All right, y'all, you guys can see we're going around the boat right here, just doing the trim on the outsides. We go all the way around. We're trying to be still because we want to make it look clean. Alright guys, so you just watched me put that first coat on and we're going to let this dry now. We're going to try to shoot for 2. I'm not going to film the second coat. So the next clip, this will have 2 coats on it. We'll be on to the next step. We have finished the second coat of the bed liner and it is looking great. I love the way this looks, y'all. I think it looks great, y'all, and it's going to give us a lot of grip on the floor. So the next task we had is polyurethane. If I don't know what this is, it's pretty much just going to give this boat the most glossiest finish, and it puts a super thick coat on the side of the boat, so pretty much when it gets scraped and we're using it, running it on and off the trailer, this right here is going to protect it, and it just makes it look really good. Honestly, y'all, this is what makes the wrap itself pop a lot more. So we're about to put it on. Alright y'all, me and Zach just put the polyurethane on. It is shining so good right now, like I said in the beginning. So we're on the water and we hit a stick or a log. It doesn't really scrape the paint off and put it onto the trailer, off the trailer. Just in the long run, this is what's going to protect the boat and keep the paint looking brand new. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but she is shining. So the next step is that we have to let this dry for at least 24 hours, so we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Alright y'all, it is now, I don't know what day it is. Me and Zach have been working on this for a while, guys. Been working hard though, we're not really letting too many days slip by. So it's been 24 hours, we put 2 coats of polyurethane on, we even put it on the floor too. The boat is shining. The next step is now you guys get to see the attachments we have. In these clips you're going to see us start mounting all the stuff we have for this boat. But first we're going to rip off this tape and just see how she's looking. Alright, y'all can see from that clip, because all the paint and polyurethane, it's not going to come off the way I thought it was, so I'm going to get back to y'all all this tape's off. Alright y'all, me and Zach just spent probably the last hour trying to rip all this tape off. If y'all can see, it looks pretty good. It was just a pain in the butt. A little close up, it don't look bad at all. So now that the tape's off, what me and Zach are going to do now is start mounting back on all the rod holders, all the rope mounts, and then we're going to do the trolling motor. Now it's the trolling motor. Alright y'all, so you guys can remember these were the seats that were on the boat. There's nothing wrong with these. Me and Zach actually have a purpose for these now. So we're still going to keep them, but I actually went out and bought some other seats that were still good, but they were kind of skinny. And then the next day I went back to Walmart and they actually had these same exact seats with a camo wrap. Let me show you guys. These are the new ones, y'all. It's kind of this olive green and it still has the same exact kind of duck camo wrap that I have going on with the boat. They're bigger and it fits the boat really nicely, so let's put them on. Yes, sir. He's looking good, y'all. Up next, these were the old fishing pole racks that were on the boat. You guys can see right there, it's kind of tearing through just over time, being out in the rain, just being on the boat for so long. Y'all see the rust too. They just get old, and this only held 3 fishing poles. You guys know I have more than 3. So me and Zach found these online. These are the new ones, y'all, and they actually hold 4 rods, so that's a little upgrade we did. Let's mount them on. Alright y'all, they're in. There's actually a lot more work because there was 4 rod holders and the other ones, the 3, it really didn't fit on there, so the bottom screw was just giving me a lot of trouble, but they're in, they're not moving. We got her done. Alright guys, moving on to the next step. If you guys know, I catfish a lot at night and I want to have lights on the boat. So I have 10 of these, 8 of them that are like this, and the way we're gonna mount them, I think we're only gonna use 6 of these and then have the 2 up front. I'm gonna give 2 to Zach. We're pretty much gonna mount them at angles, y'all, to where pretty much this whole entire boat is gonna be lit up from every angle. And I have some more lights that as we work up onto the boat, I'll explain those. We're gonna start from the back. So first we're mounting these. Alright y'all, we have these 4 pods hooked up. Look who's out of being in the video this time. Ew. So we're not done with the pods yet. What we have next is 2 16-inch light bars. We're gonna mount one right there where Dylan's at, and we're gonna come right across and mount one right here. So let's get them hooked up. That's one, y'all. We have 6 lights hooked up already. The next step is because we have a big gap from here all the way up to where I'm gonna put some more. I think we're gonna put 2 more pods right in line with the seat. So let's mount these again. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 light bars, 5, 6. And what's going right here, we're gonna have 1 there, 1 here. Cool about these, y'all, is that these are actually pretty expensive. They've changed colors. These pods are gonna be up front. You actually have the LED lights in here, and then also a remote that controls colors on the outside. These are gonna look good. So let's mount them up. So we got those pods hooked up now on both sides. What's left for the front of the deck, the 12-inch light bar. She's gonna look good. Let's mount her on. Alright y'all, so everything's pretty much hooked up. We still have a couple small attachments that we still order for the boat, but I'm gonna put those steps on last. I have a 32-foot strip of LED lights I'm gonna run underneath the boat, and it's gonna have a remote so it can have all different colors kind of reflecting off the bottom of it. We're in the process of trying to work that out because we're running into some problems right now, but if it works, y'all will see the next clip. Stay tuned. Alright y'all, so right here at the boat right now. Last place where we kind of left off, I said I need to get all the wiring hooked up, and it was a long time to do it, but we got it all hooked up now. I want to show you guys the switches and how we kind of made this boat work. Like I said, it's really complicated. I have a lot of lights on this boat. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 11. There's 11 lights on this boat, so there's going to be a lot of switches. We try to hook up different batteries, so it's not just pulling off with just one, so I have a little bit more life when I'm out in the water. So we have 2 batteries hooked up. I have a car battery, then we have a lawnmower battery underneath my little compartment. So I'm going to show you guys how I rigged all this up. Well, actually, how me and Zach rigged all of it up. So the first 2 switches we have, guys, we kind of rigged this up. These 6 lights right here on the lawnmower battery. So on this side right here are 3 lights, on this side 3 lights, and how we divided it up is that that side has its own switch, this side has its own switch. So if I'm on the boat and one of these rods bent over, I can just save the battery once again, and I can have all the lights on one side. So this is what we hooked up right here. I have 2 switches, I have 7 switches total. What's cool about these lights, guys, when you flick them on, a little light comes on, so now my side is lit up, and I'll flick y'all's side on too. You can actually hear them whistle. There's fans on all these lights to cool them down, which is pretty cool. Then we want to shut them off, you just flick them down. Super easy, super fast. You jump up front, guys. I have these 2 pods set on different switches. So this one flicks on there, that one's on. I have this one over here, that one flicks on that side. This bottom switch is my LED lights that go all the way around. I told you guys last time we talked, there was problems with those lights, but we figured it out. It's stuck on green. There was a remote to those lights, but green's the color that I wanted, so it worked out really good. So that's the switch for that. We flick the middle. This turns on my 12-inch light bar up front when we're driving. We hit, if there's any sticks in the water, we don't want to run over anything. And then the top switch right here, guys, when you flick it on, it turns on my 2 pods that change colors. I have a remote for this, and these do work, but I have them set on green because that's my favorite color. So now you guys see how I have all these lights hooked up. Like I said, it was a lot of work, a lot of wiring, and 2 batteries. I still need another battery for my trolling motor, but I really want to show you what it looks like at night because these lights are going to light up. They're super bright, so we're going to wait a little bit longer to get a little bit darker. I'm going to turn all these on. I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool B-roll of how this is all hooked up, so just stay tuned. Alright guys, this project is done. Me and Zach put a lot of time into this video. Over 4 weekends, we spent multiple hours out here every single night, losing a lot of sleep over it. If y'all saw how many lights I put on this boat, the paint job I did, the stencil work I had to do, Zach helped me finish this boat together. It was a team effort. We worked extremely hard to get this boat done. If y'all enjoy these types of videos where you like seeing me work with my hands, I love restoring things. Me and Zach are actually thinking about trying to look into more stuff that we can restore. It's good to flip things around. It's good to make things nice. I'm excited to be on this boat and use it. You guys will see a couple videos soon, hopefully, with me going out on this boat. I'm able to now catfish at night. I have all my rod holders. I have all my LED lights that are hooked up on all my switches. Trolling motor battery is coming soon. I have one more purchase to buy after that. It's just gonna be a marine battery. I don't want to get stuck on the water out there. I want to have one battery actually powering that motor to make sure that if the lights do cut off, which is going to happen, I'll still have a lot of juice and battery to go troll and fish wherever I want. In this project, we turn a boat that literally was nothing into something. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and seeing that. And if, like I said, if you want to see us do more stuff like this, y'all know the drill. Leave a comment down below. We will make it happen. Huge shout out to Zach for helping me get this boat done. Like I said, it took a lot of hours. Because Zach put the time in with me to make sure this boat came out the way it did, I actually want to have him in the boat with me for the first time. Me and him are going to be fishing on it. Hopefully get Zach on a big fish. I think his PB bass is around 5 pounds. The spawn is coming up like we talked about, so hopefully we can break that. So like I said, y'all, we're over 1,000 subscribers, so the next video I'm going to be posting will be a video explaining where I came from, the beginning to where I am now, and it was a long time. It was a lot of hard work, but we made it, guys, so stay tuned for that next video because I'm going to be giving away 5 things to 5 different people who've supported me throughout the last year, so make sure you stay tuned for that. If y'all enjoyed this video and want to watch any more, click on one of these 4 right here. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what y'all thought about it. Like I said, if you want to support me in the future, hit the like and subscribe button like always. Till next time, y'all, keep casting, keep fishing. I'll catch y'all on the next episode. Living Bass TV.